Wait. You're telling me a shrimp fried this rice? I'm sorry. I kind of want to talk to you guys about Lynx because we just saw her in the 1.3 live stream, obviously, and she looks kind of broken, to say the least. Now, before you kind of sit there and go, I have a Bilo, I have a Lurcher, shut up. She's a 4-star. And even then, she gives them a run for their money. And let me explain why. So we'll go straight into her skills and then I'll explain some synergy. I'll explain like turns like that later. I kind of noticed something when we first saw her, and it was to do with her skill, which activates Survival Instinct. That's what I'm trying to get at here. Survival Instinct is her X factor. We'll get to that after we go through all the skills and the ultimates, talents, you know what I mean. So obviously, we're going to do these at level 6. Level 6 is just very easy to get to, and no one's really going to have too much of an issue doing that just to experiment with the character. Obviously, basic attack is a single target attack in which she deals quantum damage equal to 50% of her max HP to a single enemy. She scales off HP for her attack, but she's a healer, kind of not her job. And now let's get into the good stuff, her skill. So I spoke to some people on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/MaximGacha, by the way. The more we kind of like debated about it, she's gonna be ridiculous. MOC everywhere. I don't see a place where you couldn't use her, and I don't see a team comp that you couldn't use her in. She kind of does a lot. Very multifaceted. But anyway, her skill, Salted Camping Cans, applies survival response to a single target ally, increases the max HP by 6.2% of Lynx's max HP plus 155 additional HP. If the target is a character on the path of destruction or preservation, the chance of them being attacked by enemies will increase greatly. Survival response lasts for 2 turns. Restores target's HP by 10.4% of Lynx's max HP, plus an additional 248. I want to talk about the survival response so badly. So, this is why I think it's broken. If you run a Clara, which a few people have, obviously she's a permanent 5-star, so it's still going to be relatively luck-based if you have her or not. She has an ability of a counter, where when people hit her, Svarog will have a counter attack and hit them back from anywhere between 80% to 180%, depending on how leveled up her traces are. Do you see where I'm going with this? You get your Lynx, you put Survival Instinct on the Clara. Since Clara is Path of Destruction, she's gonna get aggroed by enemies and pretty much non-stop be attacking even when it's not her turn to be attacking because of said counter. Same can be said about March 7th. Obviously, to an extent, she's nowhere near as powerful, but she does get the job done. You could even build a sub-DPS March for a meme here, because it also applies to Path of Preservation, and March is, say it with me, Preservation. Obviously, in the game right now, there are only 2 characters who have counterattacks to make this thing somewhat viable. But if we look past that and just look at the preservation angle of it, you give it to, say, like a Japard, no one's really going to be getting hit because Japard has so much high aggro on him. We obviously don't know the percentages here. It's very arbitrary, so to speak, because they are saying increase greatly. We don't have a percentage number, but I'm going to guess 7 out of 10, 6 out of 10 kind of scenario, which is still pretty high given there are 4 characters on the field. It is worth noting, there is a trace bonus where when an ally with survival response is hit, Lynx immediately generates 2 energy. So kind of a facet for them to become a battery as well. But that's not the whole thing with her kit. She's not just that, and then her ult is just an ult of healing. She got a little bit of something in there too. So her ultimate, Snowfield First Aid, dispels debuffs from all allies. It is a group cleanse effect. Group cleanse. It's busted at the moment. And for you free-to-players, you now have a second healer to really be comfortable in Memory of Chaos to have one on each team. You have your Natasha and you have your Lynx. But on top of the group dispel, they immediately restore the HP equal to 11% of Lynx's max HP plus 279. So, depending on how HP heavy you make your Lynx, which I recommend should be very, very HP heavy, like priority number 1 should be just stack HP on Lynx. Try and hit that 10k. Which is hard to do, but hey, just as high as you could possibly make it, it's gonna make Lynx heal so much more. Like, with the amount of stuff she has in her kit, it feels like a pseudo 5-star, at least for me. But let's also talk about the talent here, okay? The talent Outdoor Survival Experience does the following. When using Lynx's skill or ultimate, applies continuous healing to the target ally for 2 turns, restoring HP equal to 3.1% of Lynx's max HP plus 74% at the start of each turn. If the target has survival response, the continuous healing effect additionally restores HP equal to 3.9% of Lynx's max HP plus 93. The wording's a bit tricky in this because it says applies continuous healing to target ally for 2 turns off skill or ultimate. So it could also be saying for 2 turns, everyone kind of gets like tick healing, like the inverse of tick damage. I've never said that in my life, but it sounds kind of like an applicable terminology here. Kind of good. Like, obviously it's not crazy. It's 3.1% of her max HP plus 74. And if they have survival response on them, it is an additional 3.9% of the max HP plus 93. It's not a lot, but hey, it might be those little margins that keep an ally from going down. Also, there's a couple trace bonuses on the talent, which I figured I should tell you. One of them has the effect of the chance to resist crowd control or debuffs increases by 35%. So there's a chance you just get a free get out of jail free card here and avoid everyone getting nerfed. And the other trace extends the duration of the continuous healing effect caused by talent for 1 turn. Which, hey, we take that. That's good. That's solid. So overall, obviously, her healing is just a very natural, solid pick. But it's the X factor of the group cleanse and pretty much creating a tank on your team, which are the greatest factors of the whole kit, really. It will allow you to do so many things. It will open up new builds. You can really experiment and go unga bunga crazy on this. Like, I think purely for the hell of it, I'm probably going to make a DPS March to see how much we can really get that counter going. But hey, look, we'll see when she comes out. We've still got, what, a month? Still got a while. I'm not really going to get into Eidolons or anything like that. I kind of just want to give you a broad overview of E0 Lynx because getting her once should be pretty easy. I really don't say this, but she's a must pull. She is a must pull also in light of she is abundance. We have 1 abundance that you can get guaranteed in the game. Everything else is by chance. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I just passed 600 subscribers. I want to say thank you so much for that. Before I uploaded my last video, I was on 570, 580, something along those lines. Yeah, support for the Fujiwan kit was unreal. So I just want to say thank you so much. And if you're interested in coming over to the Twitch channel and asking a few questions or just seeing what everyone thinks about characters or whatever it is, you're more than welcome. But hey, that's entirely up to you. I'm not taking up any more of your time. I'm gonna head out. See ya.